Hi guys, it's Danny from the craftbeerdiaries.com and happy Tuesday. Yes, you may notice I've got some different attire on today. Come on, you Reds! It's Toronto FC. We're in the Eastern Conference Championship playoff final tonight against the Columbus Crew. First leg in Columbus, and in about a week's time or so, we're back here in Toronto. So come on, let's get to the big one. Anywho, back to the beer. So today's one is from Kensington Brewing Company, and they're based in Toronto, Ontario. And this is their Baldwin St FishEYE IPA. It was made as a labour of love, I guess, to the fishmongers that get up each, every day in the wee hours to get us fresh fish and serve it up to us. And so this is Kensington's way of saying thank you to these fishmongers. I'm actually revisiting this one. I had one at the weekend and I wasn't quite sure about it. That being said, I had a couple of Imperial IPAs prior to this, as well as a nice Belgium. So probably my taste buds weren't so good for trying this. As I am a fan of hoppy IPAs, and with the mixture of American hops and British ale yeast that FishEye has in it, it's got a different taste. So I wanted to give it a fair chance and revisit it. So let's have a look at it and crack it open. And like I say, it's a small batch brewer in Toronto. They've got maybe 7 beers in the lineup. And they started off actually in a restaurant, the back room of a restaurant in Toronto. So they're very small, got a nice bit of history there. So I want to give this a proper try. So it's pretty clear, it's a nice colour, but it's not a hazy IPA. It's like a nice clear one. It's definitely hoppy. Like I mentioned, it's a very hoppy beer. And this is what caught me off guard at the weekend. As I mentioned, I like my beers hoppy. This one, there was something just pinged me. Now you can see the head doesn't really last that long. It's starting to dissipate already, which that's fine, And not all beers have long-lasting great heads, but I do like a beer that can sort of take the head with you. But let's have a try, see what it's like. I'm glad I've given this a second chance. On Saturday, it almost felt too bitter. I wasn't enjoying it. And like I say, I enjoy my beers hoppy, so I was surprised at that. But I'm glad I gave it a chance today because it is actually quite a nice IPA. Even though it mentions, that they throw a lot of hops in it, American hops into the mix, and then they mix that up with British ale yeast. It doesn't come over as overpowering from a hoppy point of view, and also the British ale yeast doesn't come over overpowering. I'm not a fan of British ale. I'm from the UK, and their ales are hit and miss, I feel. There's a real bitterness to some of their ales, and that puts me off. This doesn't suffer from that, thankfully. There's definitely some grapefruit in there, some pine, I think. So there's like a nice citrus taste, and there's a caramel maltiness comes through, probably from the ale yeast. That sort of balances the hops, but none of them are overpowering. I would say this is probably a good IPA to try for people that might want something different from a Pilsner, or maybe a wit beer or something, that aren't quite sure about IPAs because of the hoppiness reputation that some have, and want an easy drinking IPA. I mean, it's 6.5% ABV with 65 IBU, so it's not the lowest IPA from an alcohol point of view, but it's not super strong either, which is good. Let's just double check that. And now the fruit really comes through. With, like I said, the grapefruit's there, definitely an orangey, citrusy taste, and pine's definitely coming through now that I can taste it. This is quite a nice IPA, so just goes to show, first opinions, we all know, aren't always right. It's worthwhile giving a beer a second chance, and I'm glad I gave this a second chance. The Baldwin St FishEYE IPA from Kensington Brewing Company. It's available in LCBO. You can obviously get it at the brewery, at the brew pub. And it's worthwhile picking up. So if you ever get a chance, the Baldwin St FishEYE IPA from Kensington Brewing Company. Cheers, guys, and come on, you Reds!